emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it up.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's Bridgewater. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Lawrence's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Lawrence. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, it's Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Results good with the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Steps away to his left. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Look at me, zipper. Any weapons?
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they'll go again with Etienne. First down and more, Etienne. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 18. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Lawrence will throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Kelsey from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It got his man complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. 62 yards. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll run with Muhammad. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Smooth draw, quarter. Hey, zoom. Watch 15. Watch 15. Mark 15.
Here's Lawrence. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On third down, here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down now, Muhammad, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Buying time, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And unfortunately, in 2020, in the season opener, Cortland Sutton tore his ACL. But remember, over 1,100 yards in 2019, his future is still awfully bright.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw is Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, Fant. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down, ETN once more. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to the ground with ETN. A 1st down and more, ETN. And down to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
A give, running right, Etienne. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Here's Muhammad. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he slings one that's incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. all the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jags, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a